California law says that meetings and written records of governing bodies, town councils, water district boards, any public agency need to be open to the public. Meeting agendas have to be publicly posted in advance and meetings have to be open. The law also says that state and local government documents are public records, and instructions on how to see these documents and get copies of them have to be available to the public. California law also says that generally, when the state demands that local governments do something new, the state has to pay the costs. Although in 2012, as a small part of Proposition 30, the voters amended the Constitution so that the state no longer pays the cost of complying with the open meetings law. So the state has been reimbursing local governments for the cost of making sure documents are available, and up until 2012 was paying for agendas to be posted. Proposition 42 puts the requirements of the Public Records Act and the Brown Act, that's the one that governs open meetings, into the state constitution. It also says the state doesn't have to pay local governments for the cost of complying with these acts. The result of Proposition 42 would be to shift some tens of millions of dollars in costs from state government to local governments. If the state changes the Public Records Act to require more efforts to keep the public informed, local governments would have to pay those costs as well.
Supporters of Proposition 42 include the legislature, the California Newspaper Publishers Association, Californians Aware, and the League of Women Voters of California. Supporters say that Proposition 42 will cement in the Constitution the public's right to know what the government is doing and how it is doing it. It will eliminate the possibility that local agencies can deny a request for public information or slam a meeting door shut based on cost. Arguments against Proposition 42 were signed by attorney Gary Wesley. Opponents say that local governments are run by politicians who may not want to share information or receive public input before making decisions, and that the main issue of this proposition is whether voters believe that the cost of complying with these important state laws should be borne by local governments or by the state government.